Howdy, everybody. It's your boys, the Bold Man Wanderer. I'm here again for another video. And what we're going to watch today? We're going to watch Zip Trader. This one stock just got a massive Trump backing. So I got a good feeling about what this is. I've seen some stuff in the news lately, a week or two ago, about something that is getting some backing. But this has got 46,744 views in 4 hours. I've watched this guy before. Um, let's give it a whirl. And, trading videos are hot at the minute.
The Trump administration just injected billions of dollars into one specific sector, handing out individual checks of
Can you guess which one it is?
upwards of $100 million to stock after stock after stock. They've deemed these specific stocks as critical to national security. And when I see something being deemed as critical to national security,
It sounds like minerals, like critical minerals. It wasn't that long ago that like all the mining stocks were going through the roof. Silver was deemed critical. Miners haven't done anything recently. Apart from go down, maybe. But yeah, if you take a look at Intel, so 6 months, like they got the government backing. The government bought their shares, and then what happened? Went through the roof. I'm guessing it was down here because I remember the day it came out. I swear, like it's up to 33, but I swear when the news announced it was below 30. But look, there we go. Look, 29, 28, 27. So yeah, it was around there somewhere. Maybe even lower. I mean, it's outrageous. Look, 235.56% increase in just under 6 months. Under 6 months. Oh my God. Like, that is how easy it is to get rich if you know what you're doing. But it's a lot easier said than done.
I'm thinking, oof, there's some profits to be made there. In today's video, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know. We're going to start with the latest on the market and plays. We're going to talk about what the Trump admin just did, do your own due diligence on all ideas presented. Okay, so we got to talk about
Cheeky little blonde woman in the background, obviously wearing her joggers right up there. Right up there. Her old spandex. And yeah, it's just showing off, isn't he? He's just flexing. Why wouldn't you?
Navitas, NVTS. Oof, is that guy going? So Navitas, I want to give a big congratulations to the believers of Navitas Semiconductor NVTS. It just hit over $32 as of highest today. For context, we've been screaming about this guy since last July at $6.79 a.
They're still not making any money. I mean, they're making money, but they're not blowing up. They ain't blowing up just yet, but it's only a matter of time. And I don't own any of this stock, so it's going to have to be. I'm going to have to buy some, even after this, like, outrageous exploding of price. Like, this could be, like, 400 easy. I mean, check out AMD. If this is check out NVIDIA. If this is the future, I mean, this will be insane. Insane moneymaker.
Share. And the case that we've been making is, look, here you have a stock that is offering two very much needed chips. These chips are lighter, more power efficient, and faster, and this company also happens to be backed by none other than NVIDIA. And so now it's just a bit under a year later, and the stock is up around 5x from these prices. Now, there's actually a very, very important lesson in this stock, though. This stock was considered a failed pick for a very long time. There were actually multiple periods where this stock was considered a dud. After I made that video, the stock topped out a couple of bucks higher and then dove for 2 months. And if you didn't buy the dip, you weren't even at break even until October. Then the stock went up to $17 near the end of October. And then what happened? It dove 57%. And then it stayed about 50% down from highs until the end of March. And then all of a sudden, cycle shifted and people started looking for a real deal.
I want to get an Amazon early. That's what I want to do. And gosh, like, even in the short year that I've been trading, I've missed out on so many opportunities. and it's just because of cycles. Just because you think it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. It's never going to go back up, and then all of a sudden, when everyone's sold, through the roof.
On chip companies again. So depending on your time frame, you might think the stock was a complete disaster. But if you're somebody that actually cares about the underlying fundamentals of a business, well, look what happened year over year. 5x. People were bashing the stock relentlessly. And now a lot of those same people are like, yeah, we love Navitas now that it's already up. But there are three big takeaways. Number one, growth stocks are cyclical and they can get beat down massively based on whatever cycle you are in. And you
They're not making profit, but there is a lot of ambition for the future. So I've been thinking this company is going to get knocked back down. It's going to go below. It's going to go down, 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 back to like 10, 12. I don't think they're ever going back down to 10, 12 unless they just start failing.
can't control that, but you could certainly take advantage of it. Number two, when a quality growth stock is not in season and everyone is bashing it, well, that actually means it's time to buy, not time to be fearful. Three, and most importantly, you can discover deals by looking at the actual company itself and then seeing if the stock price is way below what the company's actual business is showing it should be worth. If you're looking at a company and you value that company at here, but the stock is down here, well, I don't care what market cycle you're in, that's a good stock to buy. Right now, you're considered a genius if you've bought NVTS or AMD, but last year when we were making videos,
503. Oof, gosh, that is insane.
On both of these, relentlessly, video after video after video, we were considered clowns. Navitas was considered a scam stock. AMD was considered advanced money destroyer. And right now, in a similar way, whenever I talk about a SaaS company like small cap Big Bear AI or the bigger caps like
I looked into Big Bear AI. Like, it was one of the first stocks I bought, and it was all hype. It was like Palantir, they'd done so well. Who is the next Palantir? And then there's Big Bear AI, and they're just burning cash and making nothing, and not showing a lot at the minute. Basically, maybe they will. Maybe in the future they will be a huge stock. But this guy says this $3 stock is extremely undervalued. Well, they're only $4 now. So I don't see a lot good about Big Bear AI.
Salesforce or ServiceNow, well, the Barry McBarrys get upset because they say software must go to zero. Don't you know only chips will go up forever? The takeaway, this is all just a cycle. If you value your stocks based on the current cycle you're in alone, well, you're always going to be too late to the game. What's hot today will eventually cycle out, and what's hot tomorrow will cycle out too, and the cycle goes on forever and ever and ever. Anyway, speaking of cycles, it's space time. Redwire RDW, oof. So we came out aggressively for Redwire back on May 5th. The stock was trading at just under $9. Today it went up another 27% at.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Redwire Corp. Let's take a look at Redwire Corp and see what they do. Yeah. So Redwire Corp. They're currently making $335 million. I did research this earlier. Space technology, defense technology, autonomous systems, aerospace infrastructure. They're a major supplier of NASA. But they're not making money. So I'd have to do a whole lot more research to figure out, like, are they expected to profit? Like, well, I'll say a whole lot of research. Are they expected to profit? Let's see what my friend Copilot says. Analysts do not expect Redwire to be profitable. Show continued losses to at least 2028. I mean, do you want to put money into that company? Not really. Not after they've just had a run up. Not like that. And they're not like shooting rockets into space, are they?
highs. Just the last couple of days, I was bragging about it doubling. Now it's up another 27% just today alone. But of course, we do have a showstopper, Momentous MNTS. Momentous, oof, would you look at that? This company really launched into orbit today. The last couple of days, we've been talking about the opportunity for this small SpaceX partner and customer, and today it went up some 119%.
SpaceX partner. It's a good strategy, isn't it? Find the company that is making insane amounts of money and then look for their partners.
At highs. So again, when you have the situation where the space basket is getting repriced, well, as money flows into all of them ahead of the SpaceX IPO, some of the smallest quality names are getting repriced pretty massively. But anyways, if you're wanting a deeper dive into why space stocks are in such an extreme bull market right now, well, I have a couple of videos I posted the last couple of days explaining this dynamic and what actually is going on. And they're easy to find. You just go on the channel and you can click on the last two videos before this. I think it's very, very important to learn what's going on with these stocks because a lot of people will watch these stocks. Some things to think about. You want to be present for good opportunities, but you also got to understand when the opportunity is sour. Anyways, now it's time for the main entree. The Trump administration just aggressively backed the quantum sector. Let me read it directly.
The quantum sector. That's what's been backed. But my understanding is quantum technology is far from like there. But I guess this is what the funding's for. It's for the race, isn't it? It's the quantum race. It's not going to replace AI. So apparently they're going to work together, synergistically. That's what I was going for. Yeah, together. We'll stick with together.
From NIST.gov. So the Department of Commerce last week announced the signing of 9 letters of intent to provide $2.013 billion in federal incentives under the CHIPS and Science Act. These funds will support a portfolio of quantum companies, including 2 domestic quantum foundry companies and 7 quantum computing companies to accelerate solving the most critical technology challenges in the race to develop utility scale.
It's quite a strong statement, isn't it? Very, very strong. Strengthen America's position in the critical frontier technology.
Fault-tolerant quantum computers. The Department of Commerce's quantum incentives are designed to strengthen America's position in this critical frontier technology. Million inflection got up.
So this is a good bit. This is some of the good companies. Well, we don't know if they're good, but you can research them. 100 million is not a huge amount. Let's be honest. Not for this. IBM, 1 billion. So IBM, it's not anything I invest in, but I know it's a big share price. Oh, it's not as big as I thought. $250. 6 months. It's been going down a bit, so maybe could be an interesting one.
Up to 100 million. And then you have some private companies getting funding like PsiQuantum, Quantinuum, Atom Computing, and DRAC also getting some backing. Now who didn't get backing? There are some that are notably missing from the list that operate in the quantum space in some way, shape, or form. So IonQ didn't get backing, QUBT, Google, Microsoft, ARQQ, and LAES did not get backing.
Microsoft are doing it as well. So all these little companies, they're always up against the big players. The big players are always there. They've always got to try and beat them or get a niche, get a patent. Like, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Well, that's it, folks. I'm going to leave that one there. And if you've watched, thank you. Thank you for making it this far. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.